Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Stories around the world, stories here at home. This is the National News Broadcast bringing to you live from the National News Studios here at Rupavahini. We're ready to bring you the top stories here at home and around the world. I am Kandy Perahera.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Sharifah Tahir. Let's take a look at the headlines.
Sri Lanka takes a major step towards clean energy. LNG transformation begins with India. Kandy Perahera Festival concludes successfully. President receives the scroll of memorandum. Longest stamp in the world issued on behalf of the Kandy Perahera. Printing of ballot papers begins. Over 24,000 postal vote applications rejected. Presidential candidate Sajith Premadas says a UN IMF agreement will be reached under his government. Presidential candidate Anurakumara Dissanayake says unsuccessful political culture will be ended. Rainy condition to decline gradually from tomorrow. Ukraine hits Russian bridges while Russia attacks Ukrainian towns. First test match between Sri Lanka and England to begin tomorrow.
We now move on to those and other stories in detail. Sri Lanka and India entered into an agreement for liquefied natural gas infrastructure development and supply for power plant in Keravalapitia. This MOU signing will mark a significant milestone in Sri Lanka's journey to a cleaner and more sustainable power generation. LTL Holdings Limited Sri Lanka and Petronet LNG Limited India entered into this Memorandum of Understanding for LNG infrastructure development and LNG supply. This MOU covers for a joint development to improve necessary infrastructure and supply of LNG for Sobadhanavi power plant at Keravalapitia. This proposal is an interim solution to introduce LNG for power generation in Sri Lanka. The Sobadhanavi power plant represents a significant advancement in Sri Lanka's power generation capabilities, aligning with the government's vision for a more sustainable and economically viable energy future. This project is expected to add 350 megawatts to the national grid by the first quarter of 2025. Another significant feature is that the plant can be operated on natural gas and also with hydrogen up to 30% in future. The MOU signing was held with the participation of Minister Kanchana Wijesekara and Deputy High Commissioner of India to Sri Lanka, Dr. Satyanjal Pandey.
With the signing of this MOU, not just the power generation for the power stations that are operated by LTL Holdings. Of course, the immediate impact would be, now with this signing, we hope that the 18-month timeline or the time frame is strictly adhered to, and that we have the infrastructure and the supply ready at least by the beginning of 2026, so that our power plants are ready to generate power from LNG. That will significantly bring down the cost of energy. Right now, what we spend on energy in terms of diesel powered power stations is about 106 or 110 rupees a unit. The next best option is HF or heavy fuel oil or naphtha power generation, but which is also still expensive than the LNG power plants. So we hope when the power stations operate from LNG that we can bring down the cost by at least about 4% and give that advantage to the consumers and bring down the cost of energy in Sri Lanka.
This important memorandum of understanding between Petronet LNG Limited of India and the LTL Holdings of Sri Lanka. This MOU is just more than just a business collaboration. It represents the strong partnership between our two great nations, united by our shared commitment to the energy security and sustainable development. We are meeting at a time when India and Sri Lanka have embarked on an ambitious roadmap of strengthening connectivity in all aspects. This roadmap is inspired by the historical, civilizational, linguistic and cultural bonds that connects our economy, our people and also our aspirations. The primacy that India accords to Sri Lanka is not only from the fact that we are the closest maritime neighbors, but also that we are civilizational twins. It is up to us to realize the potential of our bilateral relationship for realizing the shared prosperity of our two nations and people. We are also working towards greater energy connectivity between our two countries. Energy, as we all know, is the backbone of economic development. Ensuring reliable, cleaner and sustainable energy supply is key to driving growth and improving the quality of life of all the citizens. Our joint efforts are aimed at fostering energy security for Sri Lanka and to decrease the cost of energy as a key economic enabler for development. Connecting Sri Lanka to emerging regional and global grids with India as a major transit point can also help bring investments to actualize Sri Lanka's vast green energy potential, generate additional revenue, and make it a major energy exporter. Our current efforts include the power grid interconnection and the multi-product pipeline, on which discussions are advanced and ongoing. There are also investments in renewable energy projects, including the solar power project at Sampur. The two governments are working in close coordination to quickly translate our shared aspirations in this regard into reality.
Kandy Perahera Festival concluded successfully today.
The final Randoli Grand Procession paraded the streets last night. President Ranil Wickremesinghe was also present to witness the Perahera. The final Randoli procession was commenced at the auspicious time of 6:57 p.m. The procession paraded through the Dalada Street, Yatinura Street, Kandy Street, D.S. Senanayake Street and Raja Street and concluded at the Sri Dalada Maligava. The casket of the sacred tooth relic was paraded on the Tasker Indiraja of Sri Dalada Maligava. The Tasker's court Raja and Bien Raja walked beside Indiraja in the procession. Minister Bandhu Gunawardena and Professor Maitri Wickremesinghe were also present at this occasion. President Ranil Wickremesinghe engaged in cordial discussions with the public who had visited Kandy to experience the Perahera. Subsequently, the water cutting ritual was conducted successfully at the auspicious time of 6:50 a.m. at the Gataway River. The ritual was conducted under the patronage of Natha, Vishnu, Kataragama and Pattini Devalaya. Afterwards, the casket of the sacred tooth relic was paraded back to Sri Dalada Maligava in the afternoon procession from the Asgiriya Gedige Raja Mahavihara as per the tradition following the religious rites conducted at the Katukale Pillayar Kovil. The casket of tooth relic was paraded on the Tasker Singharaja of the Sri Dalada Maligava. The Tasker's court Raja at Bien Raja walked beside Singharaja Tasker in the procession. The Devar Nilame of Sri Dalada Maligava Pradeep Nilangadala handed over the scroll of memorandum on the successful conclusion of the Asala Perahera to President Ranil Wickremesinghe this evening. The scroll was handed over at the President's house in Kandy. Accompanied by the names of Satra Maha Devale, including the Diyawada Nilame of Sri Dalada Maligava Pradeep Nilanka Dala, the procession made its way to the Kandy President's house. In accordance with custom, the Diyawada Nilame formally presented a scroll of memorandum to the President. President Ranil Wickremesinghe took the opportunity to honour the artists who participated in the Perahera by presenting them with traditional gifts and awards.
Sri Tibuvana Tilakavu, Loka Loka Divakaravu, Parama Dukka Dukkitavu, Devian Sahita Lokayata, Ekamapihitavu, Apagautama Tatagata Sarvaknam Mahanse, Lakdivanurapura, Rajapamaniki, Tisi Megavarna Maharaju Davasa, Oge Abhisheken, Navenne, Evat. අභිනන්දනීයවන ආකාරයෙන් පෞරාණික චිරාගත සම්ප්‍රදායික චාරිත්‍රානුගතව මෙවරද සාර්ථකව පවත්වා නිම කළ වගට ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයේ ගරු ජනාධිපති රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ ශ්‍රීමතාණන් වන ඔබතුමන් වෙත සැලකිර සිටිනු වස් පෙර සිරිත් පරිදි අද දින මෙහි සැපත් වූ වග බලවත් සොම්නසින් යුතුව සැලකර සිටිමි.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that further measures will be taken to develop the Kandy city. He said that a new plan is in place to remodel the Kandy market and connect Bogambara area with the Sri Dalada Maligava. He said that the measures will be taken to further improve the traditional arts and crafts. He said that there is a request from Japan to continue the Central Expressway up to Katugastota without stopping at Galagedara. Accordingly, he said that they are expecting to expand the city into a much larger city, expand into Katugastota and Kundasale. He said that during his discussions with the Indian Prime Minister, he informed that about commencing a branch of the IIT in Chennai in Sri Lanka. Accordingly, he said that he is proposing Kandy for this project.
Chennai IIT ආයතනයේ මණ්ඩපයක් මේ ලංකාවේ ආරම්භ කරන්න කියලා මම ඒ සඳහා මහනුවර නම් කළා දැන් යෝජනා කරන්නේ ගලහ ආරම්භ කරන්න කියලා. ඒ සඳහා ඒකේ කේන්ද්‍ර ස්ථානයේ වෙන්නේ මාලිගාවත් දලදා මාලිගාවන්ත ඒ වගේම දන්ත ධාතුන් වහන්සේ සම්බන්ධ දේවාල ආයේ සංස්කෘතික වැඩ කටයුතු මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන ගැන ඒ සහයෝගය අපිට ලැබේ කියලා.
A commemorative stamp is issued marking the occasion. This commemorative stamp, designed in line with the Kandy Asula Perahera, is considered as the longest stamp in the world with a length of 205 millimeters.
Election Commission says that 736,589 applications have been received for postal votes at the presidential election. A total of 24,268 postal vote applications have been rejected. Chairman of the Election Commission, RMAL Ratnayaka, said that the printing of the ballot papers for the presidential election has commenced. Chairman of the Election Commission, RMAL Ratnayaka, said that the ballot papers are being printed at the government printing department under special security measures. He said that the Gazette notification on the regulation of expenditures was issued last night. Accordingly, he said that each candidate will be allowed to spend only 109 rupees per voter. He added that each candidate will be allowed to spend 1,868.2 million rupees for their campaigns. He also said that the official election advertisement is currently being printed. Election Commissioner Saman Sri Ratnayaka said that a total of 736,589 applications have been received for postal votes at the presidential election. He said that out of which 24,268 postal vote applications have been rejected. Accordingly, he said that a total of 712,321 applicants are eligible for postal voting. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said to extend support to President Ranil Wickremesinghe at the presidential election. He said that this new alliance will be launched next week. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said that the majority SLPP parliamentarians have decided to form a new alliance. He said that they have a responsibility to protect each of these parliamentarians. He said that as the Prime Minister who had worked with these parliamentarians for the last 2 years, they have a responsibility to protect them beyond the policies. He said that there are 4 parliamentarian groups including Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna, Mahajana Eksat Peramuna, EPDP, Sri Lanka Freedom Party and other Muslim parliamentarians. Responding to a query raised by a journalist, the Prime Minister said that the new alliance will be unveiled and will be announced in the near future. He said that the symbol of the alliance will remain President's symbol, which is the gas cylinder.
And meanwhile, presidential candidate of the Samagi Janabalawege Sajid Premadasa says that UN IMF agreement will be reached under his government. He made these remarks while taking part in a public rally held in Mavanella yesterday. The rally was organized by Kegol district leader of Samagi Janabalawege, Kandy Perahera. Senior party members were also present at this occasion. Presidential candidate Sajid Premadasa said that claims are being circulated citing that the NIV government will not be able to proceed with any further measures with the IMF agreement in place. However, he said that they conducted meetings with the IMF representatives several occasions. Accordingly, he said that after 21st of September, with the NIV government, they will enter into a UN IMF agreement.
මානුෂ්‍යවාදී IMF ගිවිසුමකට අපි අලුතෙන්ම ප්‍රවේශ වෙනවා කියන පොරොන්දුව ඔබ අද තබනවායි කියන එක මම මේ අවස්ථාවේ ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා. 1988
Parliamentarian Tisattanayaka said that the people should still remember how the Kandy Perahera was stopped during the 88-89 period. He said that the JVP leaders are expecting to officially stop the historic festival and change traditional elements of the festival. Parliamentarian Kabir Hashim said that the JVP platform is similar to the platform of former President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. He claimed that the party leader Anurukumar Dissanayake has said in the US that socialism is a failed ideology, and however he has also said that JVP is a socialist party in Sri Lanka. He said that the JVP leader has claimed that they are against India's expansion while taking photographs with their leaders. He said that the JVP discussed with trade union leaders over their demands and rights but enter into deals with businessmen and traffickers later on. Leader of Samagi Janabalawege Sajid Premadasa signed an agreement with Samagi Devanna Political and Professional Organisation Collective today. This was held in Battarabula. Over 150 political and professional organizations are included in the collective. Representatives of the main parties of the Samagi Janabalawege were present at this occasion.
Presidential candidate of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna, Namal Rajapaksa, says that there is a need to establish an independent commission to inquire into those who are responsible for the Easter Sunday terror attack. He made these remarks when he called on Archbishop of Colombo, Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit. Candidate Namal Rajapaksa called on Archbishop of Colombo, Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, to seek blessings for the upcoming presidential election. Subsequently, presidential candidate Namal Rajapaksa arrived at Mairapati Sri Bhadrakali Kovil. Presidential candidate of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna Namal Rajapaksa said that all communities in the country have been affected from 1983, 88, 89 LTTE and Easter Sunday attacks. Therefore, he said that it is his responsibility to heal those who are affected. He said that investigations were carried out on Easter Sunday attacks during the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa period. He said that a committee should be appointed to take action over the content mentioned in the Commission report. Presidential candidate Namal Rajapaksa called on Chief Prelate of Sri Lanka Ramanyan sect Agamaha Pandita, Most Venerable Makulave Sri Vimalathera at the Sri Lanka Ramanyan sect headquarters this morning. Registrar Rajakiya Pandita Venerable Attangane Sasana Ratanathera and Deputy Registrar Venerable Vaduwe Dhammavanshathera were present at this occasion. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa was also present. Presidential candidate of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna, Namal Rajapaksa, said that the party is ready for the election. He said that the party rallies will commence from Anuradhapura. He said that they are intending to create awareness among the masses. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa said that the party program are being carried out in a positive manner. He said that they will be victorious at this election. A discussion between presidential candidate Namal Rajapaksa and officers of the Government Medical Officers Association was held at the association office this evening. Secretary of the association, Dr. Pradeep Sakadadasa, said that the Government Medical Officers Association will conduct discussions with all presidential candidates regarding their issues.
And meanwhile, Kolonava public rally of the National People's Power was held yesterday. It was held with the participation of leader of the party and presidential candidate Anura Kumar Dissanayake. Political representatives of the National People's Power were present at this occasion. Leader of the National People's Power, Anura Kumar Dissanayake, said that all surveys and data indicate that the victory is with the National People's Power. However, he said that some entities with the support of media attempting to put up false propaganda. He said that the parliamentarians Rauf Hakim, Rishad Badiuddin and Patale Chompika Ranavika were with Sajith Premadasa since 2019. However, he said that they are attempting to show that they have formed an alliance now. He has also said that the SJP is distributing goods among the public in an attempt to gain their vote. However, he said that his political culture should be stopped. Therefore, he said that in order to create a positive and honest political culture, they all should deviate from the present political path and make NPP victorious at the election.
අර අම්මා කෙනෙක්ගේ 70 කට්ටකුත් ගහනවා. තව මන් දැක්ක අම්මා කෙනෙකුට සාරියකුත් අන්දන. මම දන්නවා පන්සල් වලට සල්ලි බෙදලා තිනවා. දේවස්ථාන වලට සල්ලි බෙදනවා. මොන විකාරයක්ද මේ? ඒගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා මොකද? ඡන්ද කාලේ ඒගොල්ලෝ වකරාට ඡන්දෙන් පස්සේ ජනතාව ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ පස්සේ යන්න ඕන. ඔන්න ඔය දේශපාලනේ නතර කරන්න නම් ඡන්ද කාලෙම කෙලින් හිටගෙන මේ වැරදි අසාර්ථක දේශපාලන ගමන වෙනස් කරලා ජාතික ජනබලවේගයේ ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්න අපි එකතු වෙමු.
Presidential candidate Anura Kumar Dissanayake called on Atapasthanadipati and Chief Sankanayaka of Nuwara Kalaviya Venerable Pallegama Hemaratanathera. Party representatives were present at this occasion.
The Meteorology Department says that the prevailing rainy condition in the country is expected to decline after tomorrow. The Met Department statement has indicated that several parts in the western and Sabara-Gamur provinces and Gaul and Mathura districts is expected to receive heavy rains over 50 millimeters tomorrow. Director General of the Meteorology Department, Atula Karunanayake, said that a gradual decline is expected compared to the last few days. He said that this decline is expected after the 22nd of this month. He said that analysis reports have indicated that a low pressure condition has been observed in the lower atmosphere in the western coastal line up to the deep sea. Therefore, he pointed out that rough seas can be observed in the sea line. He said that the wind speed may increase up to 60 to 70 kilometers per hour. The National Building Research Organisation said that red notices issued to Ingiriya, Bulat Sinhala, Kalawana, Ahaliyakoda and Alapatha divisions have been further extended. Senior scientist of the National Building Research Organisation, Dr. Vasantha Senadira, said that the NBRO issued landslide warnings with the rainfall received in the past couple of days. He said that warnings have been issued based on the forecast received for the upcoming days.
And now let's take a look at views shared by several presidential candidates. Presidential candidate Roshan Ranasinghe said that he will obtain the support of Parliament to abolish the executive presidency if the public extend their mandate for him to become the president. He said that he will put in place the measures required to bring reputable, honest and practical entities to the Parliament. He said that he is contesting as an independent candidate without the support of any racist, discriminative or corrupt entities. Therefore, he invited the people to rally around him to form a clean government.
රොෂාන් රණසිංහගේ එදා තිබෙන්නේ අදත් නැහැ හෙටත් නැහැ මගේ ඩීල් එක තියෙන්නේ ජනතාවෙන්
ඉලංගේ මක්කල්
Presidential candidate Dilip Javira said that Lanka Makkal Deshiya Kachchi leader Tyagaraja Vishnukant came on board with Sarva Jana Balaya. He said that this is a significant milestone in the journey, striving based on the nationalism along with like-minded political forces and their organizations. Presidential candidate Vijayans Rajapaksa said that when he took over the SLP chairmanship, the faction led by Minister Dimal Siripal De Silva claimed that he is attempting to side the party with Samagi Janabalavege. He said that they are also claimed that Dayasiri Jansekura and Tilanga Subatipala were siding with President Ranil Wickremesinghe.
Now let's take a look at some local news in brief. A ceremony was held in Galle Town Hall today, marking the World Photography Day. The event saw the participation of 800 studio owners representing 25 districts in the country. It was held with the participation of Minister Bandula Gunawardena. During the event, the photographers were felicitated, appreciation their service. Minister Bandula Gunawardena said that if this program could be taken until 2048, then the income per capita could be raised up to 20,000, which will transform the nation into a developed country. However, he said that a massive responsibility in this regard is vested with the public. Therefore, he said that if all should face the challenges posed before them without any discrimination and only considering the future of the country, then tomorrow would not be darkened. The final Randoli Perahera of the historic Sabragamuwa Mahasaman Devalaya Perahera festival paraded the streets yesterday. The Tusker Janaraja paraded the sacred casket in the procession along with 18 other elephants. The festival came to a close following the water cutting ritual at the Rathambala area in Kalu River this afternoon. The project to install solar panels close to 5,000 temples and pyramids has commenced at present. The project is underway as a grant from the Indian government. Accordingly, Indian High Commissioner Santosh Jha called on chief prelates of Malwata and Askelia chapters and briefed on the project progress.
And meanwhile, the A9 Fusion Cultural and Sports Collaboration between the Dharmaraja College, Kandy and Jaffna Hindu College is scheduled to be held on the 23rd of August. This event will be held at Jaffna Hindu College premises. The A9 Fusion Cultural and Sports Collaboration Program is organized by Dharmaraja College All Boys Union, Colombo Branch and Jaffna Hindu College All Boys Association, Colombo. As a part of the program, a friendly limited over cricket match, an arts exhibition and a cultural show will be featured under the program. And that's it on local stories. Stay tuned with international news after this break.
Kamuda macang, prima kotumi fantamai.
Ukrainian authorities have ordered the evacuation of a key city in the Donbas region as the Russian forces continue to make gains in the east of the country despite Ukraine's ongoing offensive into Russia's Kursk region. The officials said that the families with children living in Pokrovsk and surrounding villages would be forced to leave. The head of the city's military government, Serhiy Dobryak, stated that residents had at most 2 weeks to flee the Russian advance. The strategically important city is one of Ukraine's main defensive strongholds and a key logistical hub for Kyiv's troops on the Eastern Front. Over 53,000 people, including almost in Manchester tomorrow.
Sri Lanka is touring in England for the Test series after a gap of 8 years. Sri Lanka Cricket announced the team which will take part in tomorrow's match, and the captain of the team is Dhananjaya De Silva. The other players are Dibut Karunaratne, Nishan Madhushankar, Kusal Pendis, Angelo Matthews, Dinesh Chandimal, Kamidu Mendis, Prabhat Jayasuriya, Asita Fernando, Vishu Fernando and Milan Ratnayaka. Accordingly, Milan Ratnayaka will play his debut match tomorrow against England. And that's it on tonight's stories. Do it just tomorrow at the very same time. I'm Charita signing off with Sharifa. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.